Yo, what's going on, guys? And in today's video, we're back on the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode series. And in this episode, we're going to be going to what is known as the Monster Mile, Dover. And in this game, it's been 50 years since Dover opened or whatever. It says it was opened in 1969. And obviously this game, the season started out in, actually, I don't know why this says 2019, because this game did come out in 2020, so I don't know why it says, I don't know why it says 2019. But if you look in the thing, it says, that it has that, gray and that gold. That's actually what I made my car after. You look in the background, it's kind of that's the closest gold I could get in this game. I mean, you can't really have metallic colors or anything like that. So, yeah, I just try to make that as much gold as I could. Again, it was really hard because there's no gold in the game, so I tried to just do this kind of dark kind of mustard yellow. But anyways, I hope you guys like it. If you guys have any suggestions for other paint schemes, I'll do any color. I don't really care. Just drop them down in the comments below. Just pull out a couple colors and then boom, I'll put them on my car. But again, down and below the incentive contract, I have to get 4 top 15s within 4 races. I've already completed 1. I have to complete 3 more. I can't get outside the top 15. I can't get outside in these next 3 races. I have to get in the top 15 in these 3 races. If I don't, then obviously I don't get paid almost $600,000. And which I'm almost on $2 million, so I kind of working my way back up that bank stuff, because I spent a lot of money on my new road course car, as you guys already know about that if you watched the last episode when we raced at Watkins Glen. I think we got what did we get? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, we got third. But actually, with this is the playoff points. This is standings. This is and after this race. This is the second to last race of the regular season. After we complete Dover, and then the next episode in the series, we're going back to Daytona, like we did in the first episode of the series, which you guys really liked the first episode. It was at Daytona, and that's probably my most popular video on this series. But we are going back to Daytona for the Daytona Summer race, the Coke Zero Sugar 400. So that's obviously a big race. And then the episode after that's Darlington, which is actually a throwback weekend. So I have to, if anyone raced the number 13 car, then I'm gonna do a throwback. Try to, it's gonna be tough because you see the pattern, all these stripes and stuff. I can't change the pattern. The only thing I can do is actually change the colors and stuff of everything. So it'll be tough, but I already have a couple in mind that I can actually work with this. It may not look too good, but I have one that I think will look pretty good. So those are the next 3 ones up there. And so far, Joey Logano is in first with 4 wins. He's the only driver with 4 wins. Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski both have 3 wins, so the tiebreaker is just amount of points. Obviously, I said that multiple times. So Denny is in second. Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman, and myself are both tied for 2 wins. If you guys are wondering, episode 8 and episode 20, that's when I got my 2 wins. So if you guys want to go back and watch those episodes, you can. And between us, it's just a tiebreaker about points. I mean, obviously, we're all these drivers and 13 and 6 and up, we're all definitely clinched. And I think 14 and up, so 14 and up, we're all clinched for the playoffs. So that means I'm definitely clinched in for the playoffs. But Kurt Busch and Eric Almirola are both not clinched for the playoffs yet. Although Eric Almirola got himself back in here with a second place finish last race, because he obviously wasn't in yet, and then he got second place last race, and then he got that one. But yeah, enough talking for me. I will see you guys at Dover for 28 laps at the Monster Mile. Alright guys, so we did qualify 22nd, but we will be starting 21st. My practice time was a little bit better than qualifying time for the first time ever. My practice time is actually better than my qualifying time. It's just, I'm not really good at Dover. I've always had a tough time at Dover, especially exiting turns on Dover, on that little, that little bump, little hill thing. they get to go over. I'm just like, as soon as I exit turns on the Dover straightaways, I just slow down. Like everyone usually passes me in like every game. I don't know. It's just a problem with Dover, to be honest. I don't know. But my goal position will be top 15. And let me tell you guys, I forgot to tell you guys this when I started the video, but I'm absolutely terrible at Dover. Like absolutely terrible. So I don't really know how I'm gonna do that. I don't know, like, top 15. That's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But also before I start the race, actually, it's something cool to tell you guys. So like when I was qualifying, when I finished qualifying, so you know how there's teams in NASCAR. There's like Joe Gibbs, Hendrick. Well, Joe Gibbs, they finished 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like Truex Jr. he qualified first. Denny Hamlin qualified second. Kyle third, and then in this game, Eric Jones is driving the 20 car for Joe Gibbs, so he is actually starting fourth too. I don't know if anyone are going to be starting at the back because he need engine changes or something. I don't know. I don't really know. But we're going to go ahead and start this race right now. Hopefully we can get out a top 15. Alright guys, so we're just about to, getting ready to race at Dover. And to start out the stories of the race, so starting out with the stories of the race, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is actually going to be starting in the back of the pack. And that's all I really could read. I guess I skipped over that while I was recording this. That's all I really could read though. As we're going to be starting off next to Tyler Reddick, and as soon as the green flag hits, we are going to dive down through Di Benedetto to get around, as Tyler Reddick actually comes around us right now, as he gets a good start as well. As Dover, I mean, it's kind of like, it's like probably like the shortest speedway track. It's barely a speedway, and it could technically be considered a short track too. So I mean, diving into those corners are they're easy to, that's the easiest way to get around people. But the toughest thing you'll see about this track, and the thing that I always struggle with Dover with, is and you're about to see it coming up here, exiting the turns. There's that little hump over there, and I just like lose all my speed when I go over that. And my car's already slow. It's already slow when I on straightaways, because I don't really have that fast of a car because I just started my own team. But yeah, so the goal position I have to get is 15th, and I'm currently 11th, fighting for that 10th position with Jimmy Johnson. As we are going to clear Jimmy Johnson going into going to this back straightaway, as we're going to skip here to lap number 4, and I did get passed, so I am in 12th place right now, as I'm fighting with Ryan Newman to gain that one spot back, as we will clear him. And now we're going after Christopher Bell, but as soon as you lose someone, it's tough. So you gotta get a caution here soon, which I know I will try to do later in this. But I wish I would have done it earlier, as Martin Truex Jr. is actually leading this race so far. And he's still leading this race as we come. And I don't know what happened over there. What's happened over there with Kenseth, but. It happened with everyone. I don't know if I'm gaining ground or they're losing ground, but something's happening there where I'm catching up with them, and well, not anymore. A lap later, I'm losing them again. I'm just trying, that's the story of this race with me. I'm just trying to keep up with everyone. As Martin Truex Jr. is still gonna lead this race, so going into this, the Joe Gibbs racing cars, they were the favorites to go in there, because they were starting 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of them started there. So you would think that probably like one of them would finish first. So we're gonna go ahead and see there, as Martin Truex Jr. is leading the race, and he has led the whole race so far. I'm not too sure though if any Joe Gibbs racing are behind him, like in second or third, fourth. I would imagine there are, but you never know. So I'm coming down to this back straightaway. On the 10th lap, and if you guys were paying attention to on the track, I mean, we just lost Kenseth so much, and Blaney, we lost both of them so much, as they are sticking together with that one. And now we're going on to lap 11, and skip over here to finish lap 11 to start 12. And you can even you can see Kenseth is getting way far away from me. As you see, when I go into those turns, I just gain a lot of ground. And then as soon as I exit that turn, look at that. They're already gone and going into the next turn. And I'm just stuck here, back here. So, yeah, and I hope you guys do enjoy this car, or the paint scheme that I am running. I just try to do, the closest thing I can get to gold, to honor, 50 years of Dover. you know, if you guys have any car suggestions for you know, later episodes, then just let me know by putting it down in the comment section below, as we're actually starting to lose a lot of ground here, well, not more than we already were, to be honest, but people behind us are really gaining ground. And who is that? That is Clint Boyer in the 14 car and the 1 car of Kurt Busch. And now I can tell you guys right now, as I already recorded this episode, I'm just voicing over right now. They're both gonna give us some trouble. So yeah, I'm just trying to gain on this. I'm trying to gain on Kenseth and Blaney, trying to do everything I can to try to stick with them. But Clint's gonna try to get around me. You know how I wanted that caution really bad, and I saw opportunity. But I don't know what's up with this game. This is one of the biggest problems. When you try to wreck someone, there's just a brick wall. You know, I can't do anything. As I try to come down here to cut off Kurt Busch, and he kind of bumps in the back of me, causing a little bit of damage. But it's all fine. So yeah, Clint Boyer, I tried to move him, and then, you know, he was just a brick wall. There's nothing I really could do. Nothing I could do about that. So it sucks, but yeah. As we're gonna come down here and try to block Kurt Busch again, as we get him sideways, he overcorrects it and turns, and that will start the caution, first caution of the race. We'll see if there's any more. As we're just gonna cut to when the green flag is out, and green flag is in the air. And I tried to get a good start. I didn't get quite the start that I wanted to, because you guys kind of saw me swerving. I didn't really think through which way I wanted to go, either the outside or the inside or through the middle. I didn't really know. I couldn't really pick the best spots, so I ended up just swerving and trying to go down the bottom. And then Clint Boyer was there, so I couldn't, and I would have wrecked myself. And now we're dropping a lot of spots, as I actually get into Matt Kenseth, and I bump into Di Benedetto, almost wreck myself out of this entire race as a whole. Which now our goal position is 15th or higher, and we are 15th right now, battling with Chastain, or sorry, not Chastain, Kenseth. And he bumps me, and I lose a bunch of ground, as I'm trying not to give up that spot to Ryan Newman, but I do, and now I'm giving up to Jimmy Johnson and a bunch of other drivers. And yeah, so far, you know, the race isn't turning out how I wanted it to. You know, I'm kind of losing control, and just, you know, so I make Jimmy Johnson spin his tires a little bit. My bad on that. I did not mean to, as you know, Eric Emerald's gonna give us one of those, his famous, you know, helping, you know, pushes to push us up there. But, you know, it won't do much. Honestly, he did more damage than he did, you know, helping me. So right now I got Joey Logano back here with me, who so far is the best, or who is leading leading the standings out of all drivers, and is so far statistically and points wise the best driver this season. So I have to hold him off from behind me as we just crossed the line to start the 2, as we're back 2 laps to go, and now we're back in the straightaway, heading down to start the white flag for 1 lap to go. And as you guys can tell, there's no possible way I can really get a top 15. It really sucks, you know. I was gonna get a lot of money, you know, if I can hold that over to the next one. But it's a sad deal. I didn't get top 15. I got 18. So yeah. All right, guys. So I did get 18th here. I didn't get top 15, which means we don't get paid $600,000 at all. I mean, we basically go through the next 3 races that an incentive contract. We have to wait for that. So we really did need the money. Like, we kind of need, like, I mean, I'm not trying to sound like desperate, or anything like that, but I mean, we did really need that money. I mean, we're heading into playoff season, and our car really has, like, really no upgrades at all. So I mean, we're gonna really need that one, especially, you know, I'm gonna need to upgrade, like, all types of my cars if I want to, you know, even have a chance to even make it to the Final 4, even, let alone win the championship. But here we are. Here is the finishing order. I didn't look at it, actually. So Brad Keselowski gets a win. Martin Truex Jr. gets second. Denny Hamlin gets third. So those 2 Joe Gibbs drivers, they started first and second now. They finished second and third. And then fourth is Kevin Harvick. And then running out the top 5 is Kyle Busch. Which that does mean, now that Brad Keselowski's got a win, that means he ties his teammate Joey Logano for the most wins of the season. So that means that their tiebreaker is just points at this point in the season. And then Christopher Bell is 6th, Chris Buescher 7th, Clint Boyer is 8th, which he gave me a run for my money, and he ended up beating me. and he got around me and did a really good. So that's good for him. Kurt Busch, I did wreck, and then I guess he passed me again. So yeah, Clint Boyer and Kurt Busch, they were really on my tail today, and they ended up getting past me. So yeah, and then Ryan Blaney runs up the top 10, and then yeah, he runs the top 10. So here we are. Alex Bowman's in 16th. I mean, I want to beat him in points because since our tiebreaker is points, but it isn't like we're gonna be able to do that because we needed to finish we needed him to finish in the spot that he did. We needed to finish at least in the top 5 to be able to, have a chance to pull that off the next race. But now I think we're going to stay at a steady. What was it? I think we were 6th, right, or something like that. Yeah, but and then Joey Logano, who is the best driver of the season for right now. I'll have to go back and check. But yeah, now he finished 19th, so who knows? Maybe Brad Keselowski's in first now. Maybe he got more points. And then down here, which in 28th, Eric Jones, which he started out in like 4th. I guess he just fell all the way to 28th, or maybe he started out somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, that was the finishing order. Our race earnings, we got $133,000. Sponsor payout, as always, you get $57,000. Merch payout, we get $59,000. As a total of $250,000 at the end of this race. Fastest lap goes to Brad Keselowski with a 24-second one. Most laps slow was Martin Truex Jr. 23, but at the end, Brad with those fast laps, he got past them on the move. Kurt Busch started 39th, finished 9th. Wow. Eric Jones started 4th, finished 28th. Yeah, as I said, but I didn't know, I didn't realize that Kurt Busch started 2nd to last, and he still beat me. So, I don't know, Kurt Busch, if I didn't wreck him that one time, I believe he would have won the race, which he really did need it. I think he would have clinched into the playoffs if he would have won that. But, I mean, think about it. He started off 2nd to last. He came all the way around into the top 10, and then I wrecked him out of the top 10, and he came back to finish in 9th. So, I mean, that's pretty good for him. And as always, one more time, if you guys want to see where your favorite drivers ended up, or if you guys want to see the starting order, the finishing order of this race at the Monster Mile. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the garage now. Trying to get Swifty in here. Download only games. Let's see what those ones are. Alright guys, so we finished 18th at Dover, the Monster Mile. Money, we got $250,000 for a total of $2,200,000. And then fans, we added 36,000 fans for a total of 988,000 fans. Almost to 1 million fans. I feel like if we would have gotten a top 5 or something, probably most definitely we would have gotten enough to, get 1 million fans. But we got moderate driving. I think the only reason we didn't get smooth driving is obviously because at the beginning, Clint Boyer, I kind of bumped him out of the way, even though I kind of bumped him to pass me. So that was a mistake by me. And then obviously, I kind of cut off Kurt Busch trying to block him, and then, I wrecked him. So we do get moderate driving, not rush driving, so that's good. And then our Sitza contract is, it's over. That's done. And then we're going to go here. We're going to go to the next week, and that will be race number 26 on the season. Oh, so we do get to, do another Sitza contract, okay? So Daytona, Darlington, and Richmond. I'm not gonna. If I just fail getting 4 top 15s, I'm not gonna do 2 top 10s. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do 2 top 15s. It'll give us, a boost of money going into the playoffs, and it'll go. I think we already did that last episode. But are we gonna? No, we're not gonna have. That's my problem. That's one of my biggest problems with the career mode. social media is supposed to be a big part of this going into it. It feels like social media, and like I only got social media the first couple of races, and after that, I just haven't gotten it since. You know, I mean, the only times I've ever gotten it recently is when I got my win in episode 20, where like 2 drivers just copied and basically pasted their same answer. So that's, you know, not really not really fun. But I think we get any new friends. Let me see. I can't even tell. I should tell me when I get new friends, but yeah, no, I can't really tell. And here are the playoff standings. So I was wrong, I think. So Joey Logano definitely, yeah, you know, he definitely has more points. It's probably honestly because if Brad Keselowski wasn't in the top 5, he was like in the top 30s. Like there was no in between. He didn't get, you know, top 15s if he wasn't, you know. So he like Brad Keselowski either had really good finishes, or really terrible finishes. And Joey Logano, I mean, this race, I mean, he did terrible for him. You know, 19th isn't bad. That isn't a bad placing, really. But for him, this season, that's pretty bad for him. So that says a lot about how he's, you know, good. And you know, those because different tracks, different tracks can give you more points. Like I think like Daytona can give you more. Like if you get even like not if you get in the top 5 in Daytona and don't even win, I think you can get more points than like Richmond if you win or something. I'm not sure. I'm just throwing out tracks out there, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. So Joey Logano's obviously his 4 wins have been big wins. You know, points wise. Obviously I'm still behind Alex Bowman. It's actually a little bit. It's actually I'm behind less than I thought. I thought I was behind like at least 30, but I mean, he's probably, you know, I mean, he wasn't really ahead of me by that much this race. So yeah, and let's see, Kurt Busch, he's got 663. So I think he I mean, let's see here. Yeah, he definitely clinched the playoffs. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, William. Yeah, so I'm like, I don't think he clinched it. Hold on, let me think about this. Okay, yeah, so Kurt Busch did clinch the playoffs. Eric Almirola is the only one that hasn't clinched the playoffs yet. And basically, Eric Almirola, anyone else who's not in this top 15 can get into the playoffs right now next race. So next race is a big race. You know, there was like a bunch of different drivers this season that actually won a race. Look at all this. I've never really seen this all before. So basically, I mean, this is my first scenario in any NASCAR game where one race can determine one spot for anyone who's not in. So anyone who's not in, if they get a win in this one or do really good and Eric Almirola does really bad, then, you know, that's good. So if Eric Almirola does really good this race, then he might get himself in if someone else that, you know, hasn't gotten a win that isn't in the top 16. So this is a, you know, this is gonna be an entertaining race. I mean, honestly, Daytona. I'm trying to get a win at Daytona. You know, it's one of my goals. It was one of my goals for this series to either win the Daytona 500 or win the Coke Zero 400. Obviously, I'm not really that good at Daytona, but you know, I'm gonna try. But it's gonna be entertaining, you know, to see, you know, who can do it. And okay, hear me out on this one, bro. Super speedways, dude. There's a lot of different. Okay, if you really think about it, dude, the Daytona 500 winner was Ryan Newman. That's the only time we've heard from him this entire series. That's the only time I've ever said his name this year is when he won. And then Talladega, Michael McDowell, and look, he only has 261 points. That's the lowest amount of points. That's the lowest amount of points by a driver who's clinched the playoffs. Like, even Jimmy Johnson has more than him. But he won at Talladega. So what I'm trying to say here is that super speedways, is anyone can get it. Anyone can win this race. I mean, like, I don't know, Brandon Gaughan could win this race if he really wanted to, which he almost won Talladega. He got in the top 5. So, like, we could see basically any driver could get into this playoffs. Or if Eric Almirola wins, or if he can finish really good and no driver outside of the playoff grid wins, and, you know, he can stay there. But basically, dude, you guys gotta watch next episode. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be a crazy episode. You know, it's gonna be, you know, playoffs on the line in that one. So, but yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. Next episode, we're gonna be racing 11 laps at Daytona Super Speedway. So be on the lookout for that one. I might be posting that video and maybe some more MLB The Show videos on Sunday, so be prepared for that. As I will see you guys in the next episode of this series. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. Stay tuned for that video. I'm letting you guys know right now. Stay tuned for that one. That is the race to get into the playoffs for many drivers. Obviously not myself. I'm clinched in. I've been clinched in the playoffs. But this is a very important race and a very important episode. This could determine the whole playoff grid. It could shake up the whole standings. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. See you guys in the next episode. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys.